Hello everyone, it's Belladonna and Madam Weeps here again. Madam Weeps once again camping out on the ravioli heating pad. It's very sweet really, but could she be any more lazy? Could you be any more lazy? Alright, are you ready? We're going to talk more about records, recent acquisitions. Now, some of these again came from the cheapo bin. 3 for $5, and these first two are those. So I have the Boomtown Rats. Hang on. There we go. The Boomtown Rats. And the one I really wanted, this one, with this wonderful artwork on it. Boomtown Rats. And of course this one has the song, I Don't Like Mondays. Now, Bob Geldof is the singer for the Boomtown Rats. And Bob Geldof is probably most known, for that song. And then, of course, the film Pink Floyd The Wall, where he plays Pink. Now, if you haven't seen Pink Floyd The Wall, see that one. That is freaking awesome. But the song I Don't Like Mondays is, I suppose the way to put it would be inspired by an event of a young woman who apparently started shooting at school children across the street from her home. When asked, apparently, why she did that, she said, I don't like Mondays. Now, I don't know if this is exactly true. I read a few things about it before. And the girl herself, who is now incarcerated, I believe, this was back, I think, in like the 70s or whatever, claims that she doesn't remember saying that. But then again, she's obviously a little loco to begin with. But he heard this or read this in an article or something. And he wrote this song about that. And when you see this video, it's very low quality video, but it's very cool. Because he's in there in like a classroom, there's like children singing, Tell Me Why I Don't Like Mondays. Such a wonderful song, that one. But the Boomtown Rats in general, very cool, very unusual, different kind of band. I felt good to find these for the right price like that. And if you've not heard that particular song, check it out. And Bob Geldof is also known for organizing the, Live Aid. All of the musicians who did the benefit for Africa. And then, of course, that led to the Americans doing We Are the World. But Geldof, interestingly enough, is the one who organized that. Very controversial himself, Mr. Geldof. But though he's very unusual, very intense individual still to this day, I think he's pretty cool. I think he had a very interesting way about him. And he did many good things. Now this was not from the cheapo bin. I found this and it was reasonably priced. I have not seen one in this nice of shape in a long time. The B-52s, baby. Rock Lobster. Now the B-52s, most people, it's another one that many of their songs are well known. They will pop up on your 80s playlists and whatnot. Rock Lobster sometimes, even though I think that was like 79 or something. Love Shack, the one where RuPaul first popped up before RuPaul was RuPaul. But they are weird, alright? And that's what's cool about them. They have this whole 50s thing going on. 50s meets the 80s, 70s, whatever. Sort of like taking punk rock and mixing it with doo-rock. This particular one is in really nice shape. It's just very cool because this is an original copy. And this is like in the beginning, just that kind of really cool, wonderful style. Not nearly as quirky as they would become, but I always thought they had a great style to them. They're just a lot of fun, a lot of fun and a lot of just unusual, different things. I don't think there's anything else quite like them. I remember reading something where John Lennon, toward the end of his life there, was listening to the B-52s a lot and saying that they were like the next big thing. I don't know. I think that's true. I have no idea. But they were just really cool. They still are very cool. Still out there doing their own thing. This was just a really great find. I paid a little more for it, but when you have something that is that cool, you don't see it very often, you gotta dig the ride. You gotta go for it. This particular one, this is Berlin. Now, most people know Berlin from the film Top Gun, which I guess now has a sequel coming for whatever god-awful reason. Whatever. Take My Breath Away. It is a lovely song. It really is. But it's another one on the compilations you'll always hear. And after a while you're like, okay, someone take a breath away already. Shut her the hell up. It is a good song though. However, they did many other great songs, albums and such, over the years that are far superior to that great song. Berlin is one that they had a very good contribution to music of the era. And I urge you, if you've probably heard Take My Breath Away, even if you don't realize it, even if you've never seen Top Gun, you've probably been in like the shopping mall or whatever, and it comes over the PA, because it's one of those that you often hear inside in shopping malls or whatnot. Check out more of Berlin. Not just like even other popular ones like the Metro, which is a cool song. If you've never ridden the Metro, it's a neat song to hear. They have a lot of cool things. Check out more Berlin. They may take your breath away. What do you think? Yeah, she's used to it. Alright, so this particular one, I was very excited to find. These musicians have been around, I believe, since about the 60s. Some things have changed. They've had a few different changes in the lineup. The main individual passed away not long ago, a few years ago. There is really nothing else quite like this music. Tangerine Dream. Look at that. Tangram. Tangerine Dream. This was out of the cheapo bin. It's got a little notch on the side here. I don't know what that means. Like somebody would cut it for whatever reason. I don't know. But this is cool because everything Tangerine Dream, a lot of the music can be very different, album to album. There is nothing like it. Now, they've done many film soundtracks. There's the score to Legend, the movie Legend, with, of course, the great Tim Curry as Darkness, the big devil character. They did the movie Sorcerer. They just have an amazing catalog that spans decades. Now, you've probably heard some of their music in films. You may not realize it. Risky Business was another one. Love on a Train, I think it was called. They're recognizable, but again, it's not a name that you might even really think about. Tangerine Dream is a strange name. I urge you to look at the extensive catalog of Tangerine Dream. This is early, but go on and look throughout the years. It's the type of music you can just put on and sort of relax to. It's very emotional. It evokes a lot of things, a lot of feelings. They're sort of like, I would say, modern classical music, if that makes any sense. So I can go and put on my Mozart or Bach or whatever and be transported. But I can put on Tangerine Dream and it's the same kind of thing, but with synthesizers, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it sort of does. It's sort of like a Wendy Carlos thing. But I urge you to check out more Tangerine Dream. I was very excited to find it. I just don't find a lot of their stuff old school. And again, new copies are very expensive. I like buying an old vinyl from the original times, whenever it is, whatever it is. Whether it's in lovely condition or it's all beat up, it's got, Stevie Bobby's name on it or whatever. Because I just like having the old pieces. And I am not opposed to paying more for an original copy. I have a few new albums, new vinyls that have been recently released, and that's fine. Especially if it's something you really enjoy. It's not a bad thing, but sometimes the price is ridiculous. And I know there's various reasons for it, blah, blah, blah. But there's something great about getting your hands on an original vinyl of something you really love. Again, the cost is not so much the question. That came out of the cheapo bin, 3 for $5. It's a little beat up and whatnot. It's the idea that you have an old record in your hand. There's just something exciting about that. And I will pay a little more sometimes for unique ones like that, rather than buy a brand new one, because brand new ones, well, it's cool. If it's the only way to get it, I want it, but they're expensive right out $40, $50, $60. Please. Another thing I'm going to mention, because I bought a few of these, but let's talk about this one here. So I buy cassette tapes when I do find them. You don't see cassette tapes a lot, but this particular one, I picked up a few of them for a few dollars, and I do have a player for them. So I do like to play these when I find unique ones. Alice Cooper's Flush the Fashion. Alice Cooper is freaking cool. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows Alice is awesome. But this particular one, it has this sort of disco synthy vibe to it. This is a song on here, Clones. This is 1980, by the way. Flush the Fashion. We're all clones. It has this great sort of un-Alice Cooper sound to it, if that makes sense. So Clones specifically, but Flush the Fashion If you can find everything nowadays. Why do I say that? Like, if you can find it, just look it up. Clones, Flush the Fashion. Awesome song, very dancey, disco-y sounding deal. It was very out of the ordinary in his kind of thing. I don't know how well it did. It had a video. The video's weird. So check that out. Alright, we're going to leave that one alone for the time being, because I'm going to go grab another stack, and I shall share them with you. So, Weeps and I, trust me, she's very happy you're here, look. Very happy you're here. Look, she's like a little white bat. What a bunny. So, we are going to sign off for a moment and grab some more records, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Can he hold out? No, I can't! Tune in next week as...